What's up everybody, Eduardo Talbert here with Monster Tutorials. I am a huge fan of The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's one of my favorite movies. It puts Halloween and Christmas together into one, makes a perfect transition for all of us that love Halloween into the Christmas season. So I wanted to do a ornament, or a hornament if you will. This one's not so horrific, so we'll call it an ornament, with Jack Skellington. And the idea was to take one of these foam balls and just take a Sharpie and paint Jack Skellington, and it will be like an easy to make ornament. But then I started thinking, I need to take it up a notch. I want it to look really cool because anybody can take a pen and draw it. I've seen a lot of tutorials on Pinterest where people just use a Sharpie and a white ornament and all they do is draw the face. So I decided to carve it a little bit. And then I said that's not enough, I want to add maybe a hat because it's the Christmas one. And then I thought of the beard and I said, what have I gotten myself into? But it turned out awesome. Check it out. So it has a cool hat, a little bit carved face, and an awesome beard. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So stick with me, let's get started. First step is one of these foam ornaments. They're like styrofoam. They sell them at craft stores. I think this is from Michael's. They were on clearance and I've got a bunch of them. Get rid of that. Won't need it. Now I'm going to start drawing Jack Skellington's face here. And all I'm doing is looking on Pinterest and on the internet to see what his face looks like. You see the face a little bit? Now you can carve this with a knife. I'm using one of these dental picks they sell at Harbor Freight, and what I'm going to do is heat it up with a candle and kind of melt around the design. Okay, just be careful because it melts really quickly, and also make sure it is a really well ventilated area. I have that window open with the extraction fan, and I have the window to my right open as well, so I have all the air going. So wear face protection or a respirator if you need to. I'm going to let the flame warm this up, and then we can start carving the features. You can start peeling this off. But also what the heat does, it makes like a smooth cut. If you do it with just a blade, you end up with a very rough cut. So this smooths it out pretty well. I'm just going in about a 16th to an eighth of an inch recess for the eyes. There you go. I'll do the other two eyes, the nostrils, and the mouth. Well, let's do the nostrils now. So that is carved. I got the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Not too deep, but just enough to make a difference. Now I'm taking some white paint with a touch of black. And when I mean a touch, I mean like tiny. I don't want it to be gray, but I don't want the white to be like bright white, since Jack has a little bit of a bone color to himself. And I'm going to paint the whole thing. Now here, where we took out the hook, I'm going to put this bamboo skewer. That'll make your life easier to paint it. Let this dry. While that dries, let's work on his beard. So I'm just going to sketch what I think that beard should look like. taking another ornament just to measure. Put a little X there. One there. I'm just trying to get a general idea. And then, according to the pictures I've seen, it goes down and is pointy. Usually going one way or another. There. So I'm going to make this shape out of wire. And I have this little wire right here. And all I'm doing is just for now, just measuring what that beard, how much wire it would need. There you go. And I'm going to leave about an extra couple inches to tie it up. All right, now let's lay it based on that shape. Okay. Right, let's take these two, tie them together. And we have a rough shape for the beard. See that? That is our frame. I'm going to take some of this polyfill or buffalo snow and just pull some out. And I'm going to start giving it the shape of that frame. I'm putting some hot glue on the corners. I'm just going to lay it there with the shape that we want. And the same down here. Right, what I'm thinking is starting to fold this into the frame and maintaining the shape of the frame. So all this will cut out so it stays in this shape. First I'm going to glue it all. I'm just going to cut the excess out, but leave a little bit, leave a little fringe so you can turn it over the frame. Now we can add a little bit of glue on the top and fold over the frame. Right, so that side is done with the shape. Let's do the same with this side. There is a little beard. Now I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of the heat gun just to shrink some of this and give it a little bit better shape. But don't be too aggressive with the heat because it'll shrink into like a ball of molten plastic. There is Jack's beard. So let's set that aside. Let's make a hat now. For the hat, I'm just cutting a triangle out of this red felt. This used to be a heart that was on my scarecrow. So plain old triangle, and we're going to give it some shape here. Okay, so this triangle, I'm just going to just take some wire. And the wire so that we can pose it just like we want to. I'm going to do the length doubled. Alright, and all I'm doing is maybe just twist it a little bit so it stays. Right, take some glue. Right there, put the wire in there. And do it all the way. Right, this is nice and flat. Got your piece of wire there. Now let's join these two right here with hot glue as well. I'm going to put a drop of glue there. And I'm going to fold it over without burning yourself. It doesn't have to be straight. This is a Jack Skellington hat, so everything is all squiggly if you noticed from the aesthetics of Tim Burton's movies. There you have a hat. This ugly part will go towards the back and then we have the whole hat like this. We'll give it shape in a minute. I'm gonna close this up. So I took some of this buffalo snow and I'm just going to make a ball and hit it with the heat gun to shrink it a little bit. There you go, a nice cotton ball. So let's glue that to the end of the hat. And you have the tip of the hat. Guys, I'm doing a quick timeout on this video. I just realized on my footage that I didn't show you how I attached the fur onto the hat. And all I did was I took one of these Santa hats, the cheap ones, not this nice one, and I just cut a strip of fur and I just hot glued it around the hat. I'm not sure what happened to the video, it disappeared. So I thought I'll let you know while I edit it, because I just realized I'm on vacation right now. Let's go back to our regular tutorial programming. A little black paint, start painting the eyes, nostrils, and mouth. Let's assemble this guy. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue the hat onto the head, and it's just straightforward hot glue right on the top. There is the hat. Now you can leave it sticking straight up like that, or you can bend it to whatever shape you want. Now let's do the beard. I'm going to go right there. So let's glue that in place. Right, and the other side. That's pretty cool. Now I'm going to bend the hat to the right and then to the left. Just like that. You can bend it as much or as little as you want. That's why we put the wire there. And now I'm going to attach something so I can hang it from the tree. And the beard, you can give it whatever shape you want as well. Cutting a little piece of wire. I'm going to thread it through the felt. There we go. Now I'm going to twist this. This is ready to hang. Let's go to the tree. This is the main family tree right here. And this thing turned out so cool that I upgraded it to live here. This one is more of the stuff that we have for the family, you know, like real ornaments. And this one is cool enough to be in here. There's no severed fingers or organs or anything weird like that. Alright, that's awesome. Well, if you like that ornament with Jack Skellington, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.